Hey everybody, happy Friday. Let me lower this over here for Facebook. It is Friday, and guess what? It's an exercise lounge. And what do we do in the exercise lounge? Like all the others, we get together, we do some accountability, talk about what's on our minds, and just a place for us to get together and just have fun meeting each other and learning about your journey. And if you have questions, obviously open Q&A for any questions you have on health and fitness. So we're going to change it up a bit this Friday. We're actually going to start with what's on my mind. And if you want to say what's on your mind, feel free to share that. And if then we can go into our goals, and our goals are just to reflect on what happened last week. Did we do what we wanted to do last week? And then keep track of what we're going to do for next week so that when we get back together, we can be accountable for each other. So that's a simple way for us to, as a community, get together and talk about what happened in our week. So you can either jump up here live. I'm almost done my research here. I just started pulling up some websites to actually pull people up live so that we can interact with each other. But if you want to and you know how to do it on your end to request, go ahead and request and I'll pull you up. Um, okay. Uh, if you are not comfortable with coming up online, like showing your face, feel free to cover the camera and you can sort of just do your voice or just chat in, type in the chat what you want to ask, talk about, whatever, and I will um, get you involved. So let's see. I'm just to let you know I am on Facebook Live and YouTube Live at the same time. So if you're like one or the other platform, feel free to jump on the other platform. But yeah, so I'm simultaneously streaming from Facebook as well as YouTube today. So let's talk about what's been on my mind. Let's see. The biggest thing this week has been based on a post that I received not too long ago. I did a post and then people responded either direct message, and I got a couple of comments on my Instagram post. So what I found was that the question was this, just to get you back up to speed: do you burn more calories running than you do walking? That was pretty much what it was. Like if I did a 5K and I ran a 5K versus walked a 5K, which one would burn the most calories? So I went back in history and looked at my running schedule or my running that I did and looked at the stats. And pretty much what I found was that according to my Apple Watch, and I had a short here on this as well, it was based on distance. And that sparked actually a couple of comments back on um, for a return. And so it had me questioning, like, what is the determining factor for burning calories? And I did some preliminary research and pulled some information. And what I found out was that uh, I haven't fully dove into it, but based on what I was, briefly looking at when I was pulling the information, it came down to three things. It came down to the intensity level or your heart rates, and your weight and the duration, which kind of flies in the face of the information that I got from my Apple Watch saying that technically speaking, based on those three criteria, let's take weight out of it. I was pretty much the same weight. Um, the fact that I covered 5K at a higher intensity level should have compensated, but maybe it was the time that it took me um, over, like, sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, kind of like blocked, or the time length that it took me to walk the 5K versus the speed at which I was able to go, or the intensity level, they must have offsetted each other according to the watch. So it didn't matter. I did a 5K and it calculated my actual results on the 5K distance, not how long or the intensity level, or maybe they were flippable. I don't know. So that was just what I experienced. So now the question becomes, or and this is what's been weighing on my mind, was now that I know what burns calories. Next week, I'm actually on vacation, so I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm going to do an experiment the following week. So I'm going to go to a track and I'm going to walk around the track and then I'm going to run around the track and I'm going to do a 5K. So I'm going to walk, but on my watch, I'm going to say I'm walking and then I'm going to run a 5K. And on my watch, I'm going to put 5K or sorry, run. Then I'm gonna come back another day and then I'm gonna do it again. Only this time I'm gonna tell my watch, regardless if I'm walking or running, that I'm doing a cardio workout. I'm not gonna specify whether it was a run or a walk. And yeah, and I'm gonna do a 5K again. I'll walk a 5K and then I'll run a 5K. Or maybe I'll do less. I'm not sure. I think 5K is a good distance to work with because a lot of people start their, let's say, health and fitness journey using a 5K. So that's why I'm using a 5K. Um, so, yeah. So, which one, if any, is going to end up showing me that it burns more calories? I think what I'm going to find is that by switching it over to the I think when I specify walking and running, it's going to be based on distance and I'm going to burn the same amount of calories. But my guess is that if I switch it over to a cardio, that the watch is going to say I burn more calories running. But maybe they compensate for each other. Maybe at the shorter time, at the intensity level that I'm going, yet I'm maybe at a lower intensity walking, but taking a longer time. Maybe they're relative. And so then you get to pick your your poison of which way you wanna go. I guess once we know that information, maybe not your poison, but you once we know that information, you get to choose, which way you want to list it, but we'll see. It will be an interesting experiment nonetheless to see if I can fool my watch based on what I'm doing. And it will be interesting to do, oh, excuse me, a walk comparison and a run comparison. Although I know there's a lot of variables that could come into play, I believe that it should be good enough that once we're going out there, because it may be that those who like to run and are looking to run and get some benefit out of running, like maybe competing or going to races and stuff, and you want to improve a little bit, maybe telling your watch that you're walking or running is the best way. But maybe if you're wanting to burn calories by switching your watch or your app to say, cardio instead, that might give you a true counter to your calorie burns, especially if you're using walking or running to lose weight. Um, Although the majority of our control, I believe, should be in our food for calorie burning, but also for looks. A lot of people are going for, beach body looks and things like that. And so burning fat and let's say getting that look that you want really comes down to a combination of both, but also you really need to focus on what types of foods you're eating and what ratios. I'll get into that a little bit. The other thing that came up was that there was another comment that said, running isn't the best way to burn calories. And I was kind of shocked by that because I'm trying to think to myself, I've done a triathlon and I'm trying to think like minute for minute or, yeah, minute for minute, which activity burns the most calories. I got that comment and I was like, well, so I'm going to test it out. I did some research on that too. And it looks like based on all the research that I did, oh, excuse me, running is the best way to burn calories. Although I'm gonna try different things like bike riding. I'm gonna try um, running, walking, swimming, maybe different other things just to test them out, jump roping. And my guess is that minute per calories burned per minute, in this is my theory, is going to be higher in jump roping than everything else. Running is going to come into second place. That is my guess. The problem with jump roping is after 1 minute, you're dead. Like you're totally beat up. Whereas doing a run is not as intense, but you can go longer. So I think realistically, for trying to get to burn calories, running is probably more realistic for people than jump roping. But I believe calories per minute, the better one is going to be jump roping. Man, I need to get more sleep. Now, there's a wild card here. Hit workouts. Hit workouts, I think, are going to be good. But I think the way they're designed, you're not gonna burn as many calories as if you went running. But what I think is going to happen when if I remember correctly in doing some of my research back in the day, like last year, it feels like back in the day. I think, if I remember correctly, the way HIIT works is that it still is affecting calorie burn even after the workout is done 24 hours after. So I have to do some more research on that to really determine. I read some things and they stick in my mind. I don't even know they stick in my mind till I need them or I want to go test them. So now is the time to go do some research. So as I'm doing different experiments, these different things I'm going to look at. What will what will be interesting though is I think I'm not going to be able to measure it quite accurately because I'm not sure if my watch can understand what's going on with my body after I'm done a workout. Can it calculate extra calorie burns? I don't know. I'm not sure how somebody else would do that. Like, how would they? So I'm going to have to do some research essentially. So, all these calorie burning for exercise is now coming up and it's been on my mind and I want to keep researching that to understand um, personally how does that affect. That's another thing. All this stuff is I'm going out there and testing my body. For your body it's going to be different. We're all individuals, so I would say go out there and do your own test and let me know how it goes, because yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we find as a community in all these things, all these different exercises. Maybe jump roping does a lot more for you than it does for me. Maybe jump roping is the answer that you've been looking for, or maybe it's hit workouts. And yeah. So it's just been on my mind. What can we really learn from burning calories instead of just taking our watches suggestions, or just, you know, receiving information out there, but going out there and actually testing it. And hopefully with someone that you can relate with, aka me, I'll go out there and test it, and then hopefully you can share also if you test it, but at least you'll know somebody who went out there and tested it themselves. Is that a word? Tested it? Tested it? Anyways, so that's what's been on my mind, trying to really understand calorie burns. All right. Let's move on to my goals. My goals. Lately, I have been doing bear crawl, as I mentioned before. Today is 25 minutes. I did have to miss one day. Saturday was so busy. I didn't, last Saturday was so busy, I didn't get a chance to do the bear crawl. Actually, I was doing some other activity and my back was spasming because I had lower back surgery, which was a signal back to me, a good signal. I take signals as a good thing, even though they might not feel so comfortable. What I'm realizing is with the bear crawls, it isn't doing as much as I originally thought. I think it's doing something, of course, but all the muscle ranges that I thought it was working, it's not working them as well as I thought. And what do I mean by that? So I found that bear crawling has really done a good job on my trapezoids here, my deltoids, and my triceps. And yeah, pretty much those main groups here, all right here. It's been really feeling really strong. I do feel it a little bit up in here, but not as much. Uh, but my biceps have not really formed very well doing bear crawls. My core hasn't been doing as well as these other muscles while doing the bear crawl, which makes sense. And so I need to start compensating for that. So I didn't hit my goal of doing it every single day, but I am on day 25 now, which means 25 minutes, which means I'm 5 minutes or 5 days away from reaching 30 minutes. And it's getting pretty tough. My wrists are actually starting to hurt a little bit, and they're starting to get tired, but I'm only 5 minutes away. So my goal is to get to the 30 minutes and stay at 30 minutes for probably forever, unless I decide to change. Because from there I'm going to go to something else. So I'm going to continue bear crawling. I am moving away from trying to hit 3 miles, now doing 30 minutes of walk run. After COVID, my lungs seem to have lost its capacity, but I've been building it up. And I wonder if some of that is mental. I'm not going to lie. It could be mental. But in either case, I'm slowly getting back to exercising for 30 minutes or running for 30 minutes straight. So I've just been doing walk runs right now to build up to that um, level. So, and it's been going well. I mean, each day I feel like my lungs are still having the same issue, but the fact that I'm able to do more and more running, that's what leads me to believe either A, it's mental, or B, I just need to recondition myself. So, either way, I'm on a plan. I'm working towards 30 minutes of running so that that should help me. Also, I've included because my biceps have been weak, I've included, uh, every time I go to say the word, I cannot think of it, pull-up bar hangs. So I'm trying to do pull-ups now to work my biceps, so I'm gripping the bar like this and pulling my body up, and I can feel my biceps working. I can't do many, pull-ups, but I'm just kinda hanging there. I do 1 pull-up, and then I try to hang there, and if I can't hang there, I'm sort of on my tippy toes, trying to trying to still hold myself up, but give myself a little support. I've been doing that for 1 minute. So the goal is to be able to hang for 1 minute, then do pull ups for 1 minute, and who knows how many I'll try to do in 1 minute. But that's my journey for pull ups. So I added that in there. It's only a minute. Um, then I've been doing some exercise for my posture. So I don't know for those of you, I went to a chiropractor a while ago because I had a bad fall and it kind of put me out of alignment. So I went back to a chiropractor, or I went to a chiropractor, and they were telling me about my posture. And one of the things that they were concerned about was how people use their phones were always like this. And if you notice, my head's down, and she said that puts a lot of strain on these muscles. Um, and one of the things that we want to do is make sure we have good posture, because this motion here is setting us up for, I don't know if you've seen older folks, but when their muscles get weak, they start folding over and they can't hold their body up straight. So, one of the things my chiropractor told me was to go to a flat wall, let's say, and put your feet together, put your heels against the wall, have your butt touch the wall, have your shoulders touch the wall, and then try to get your palms to touch the wall as well and hold it there for a minute a day. And that will teach your muscles to reform and keep proper posture. And I have to say that keeping it there for 1 minute is pretty tough, actually. My muscles, especially my arms and my in your head should be touching the wall too. My palms, I'm trying to get the back of my palms to touch the wall as well as my elbows. So I'm going to continue doing that. So that's what I've been working on, and I'm up to 15 minutes running, 15 minutes walking, 15 minutes walking, and some variation of that. My nutrition. My nutrition, I've been still leaning more towards proteins, leaning heavy on the protein side of things, trying to shed off more of the fat that I accumulated last year. So what does that mean? Next year, next week, I'm on vacation. What does that mean? Vacation, I'm not going to be able to exercise as much as I would like. So I try to plan ahead of what I'm going to do for exercise. So I know I'm going to be doing a lot of walking actually when I'm out there. And I'm not going to do an additional walk run while I'm on vacation. So I'm gonna leave that out. Whatever I do for walking, during vacation is what I'm going to use as my exercise, and it should be more than what I'm currently doing for movement, except for when I'm actually out there doing the 30 minutes. So I'm not gonna do an extra 30 minutes of, walk run while on vacation, but I'm going to continue doing the bear crawls. I'm gonna continue doing the, posture exercises, and I may try to find something to do for biceps. I'm still looking at what that would be, um, but I may not do biceps for that week. Well, at least part of the week, because I'm going to be traveling, so I won't be able to do it every day. Um, I won't have an opportunity, and the opportunity that I want to continue doing that I will have is the bear crawls, and I think it's really important to work on our posture. So I'll be doing those two things for sure. If there's a gym, maybe I'll hit it up and do a bar hangs or whatever. So that's for exercise. For nutrition is going to be interesting because on vacation it's a little bit harder, especially when you're eating out, to get the proper eating habits. Although it is easier today than it was many years ago. When you went out, nobody really cooked to compensate for different, let's say, eating lifestyles. So for me, as I'm eating out there, I'm still going to try to focus mainly on proteins, but I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to not have quote unquote fun. I enjoy ice cream. I enjoy cookies. I enjoy chocolate, but we're going to New York, so one of the things they have in New York are the roasted nuts at those vending machines. I love those, and so I'll probably be getting those because they're fun. Ice cream, not sure what I'll have access to for ice cream, but I'll have a dessert here and there after supper, or yeah, during supper time or whatever. And then I'll just mainly focus on breakfast being protein, leaning towards protein. Fats are going to be the hardest things to sort of divert. Carbs will be easier if I stick to salads and get my greens in there, but reduce the carbs that I have and the fats. But the protein is going to be a little difficult. So hopefully I can find a lot of grilled fish that I can add and some tofu and stuff like that. So that's my plan for next week. Let's see how I do. I don't know. So next week, I'm not going to be here. I guess we're moving to the next part, which is community news. I may or may not be able to do this next Friday. Depends on where we are on vacation. My expectation is I'll be able to do Thursday and Friday, but I don't know. We're still locking down all of the details of vacation. So Once I figure that out, I will update what we're going to be doing on Sunday. But you can usually go to our website, start your journey. Here is the tab, and you'll see something that says calendar. That tells you where we are on what platform or in real life, where we're going to be at what time. And so, if you want to stay updated, please go check out that calendar on our website, nftathleticommunity.com. Do that, please. And then, let's see what else is going on. July event. Our July event is almost over, and um, please join the free version. We have the free version where you'll get a, printed bib as well as a POAP and a certificate of completion. Next month, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to include a challenge for next month. So I can't wait to unleash what that challenge will be. Still deciding on what I want it to be, and I will release that. And of course, we have the three tiers to all our events. We have free, basic, basic. The difference between free and basic is $15, and you get an NFT. And the first 25 people right now get a print, an actual bib. I'll send it to you, and you can. Yeah, I'll send the bib to you, but that's and money goes towards charity. And then the metal, the difference between the metal and the basic, metal is $30, and currently we're only shipping metals in the US, so I apologize with the shipping cost right now. But we're only shipping in the US, but the metals are $30. So you get the same thing as the basic. You're still donating, but in addition, you get a medal that I'll send you, not only a bib. So, but we only got 25 bibs right now left. So if you want to participate, please jump in and get the bibs. And let's see. So that's our events. August is going to be a little, we'll still have the 5K or do whatever you want for 30 minutes, any activity for 30 minutes. That's still going to be in there. The theme, I think, is going to be Eat My Dust August. I kind of like that theme. So, it's a good way for you to challenge yourself after, months of or a month of exercise. I at least advise people to test themselves monthly, if not every other week, maybe, but at least once a month. Go out there and test where you are, that you know where you've been. And on the back of our bibs, whether it be printable or the real one that I send you, on the back of the bib is a place to write down what you did, how you felt, and kind of keep track of it. I like to keep every event that I do, I like to keep an exercise bib and have some information on what I did. And then I can go back and check out my history. So that's something I like to do. So on the back of our bibs, you will see a place to write down what you did, what the date was, what you expected to do, what you did, and anything that you want to mention, so that when you go back to that bib, you can be like, "Oh, celebrate freedom. I remember that. Let me go look at that. Oh man, yeah." Or, "Whoa, that was a really good race." Or, "That was a really good day. I really rocked it. I can get back there," or something like that. That's what this is for. These events are here to motivate you and to keep track of what you're doing. And just to wrap an event, a special thing around it, and do it with other people. And again, we have the free version, so take advantage of that, especially if you want to get other people involved in, just having fun with it. If you don't know what a POAP is or an NFT, I can help you with that. Just reach out to me by direct message. And we're going to start classes very soon. We're going to call them Blockchain 101 or NFT 101 or Digital Assets 101. I'm not sure, but we're going to give introductories. But our NFTs, or POAPs are free. So you don't have to pay for NFTs like most people say you do. There are times to pay for NFTs, but when it comes to our events, you don't necessarily have to pay for them. We'll give them to you for free, and we'll teach you how to like set up a wallet, just some of the basics, and not let's say we're not going to have you transact money through your digital wallet, unless that's something you want to learn. But we'll do everything um, free or on our website like you would any other company. We're not going to have you go through blockchain and click links to connect your wallet and stuff like that. We're staying away from that right now until the technology really gets a lot better and we feel that it's protective. So, our main concern is to protect the community, teach you safe ways. And I wish more companies were doing well, I don't because you need people to test and be sort of in there and working out the kinks. So, but we know that the majority of you are not in Web3 yet. So we are staying here. But if you want to go to that level, we can take you to that level. Memberships. We have 3 types of memberships right now. We have the free membership, which we suggest everybody at least signs up for. It's free. And we're working on things to provide people, if they join our free membership, we're not going to spam you. We don't spam you your emails or your text or whatever you use. We don't, we just, that's just not how we roll. We're not going to spam you on anything. Um, we're just whatever you ask for, you get. So we have 3 memberships. We have the free membership. Sign up for that, please, on our website. You'll go to nftathleticcommunity.com. You'll see one of the tabs will say membership. Click that and choose which one you want. The free membership just kind of tells you what we've got going on. There's not much there so much. It's more for giving us support, but we are working on future things. Maybe like you'll get a free hat or a free shirt or whatever else we come across for free. Then we have our 1-year membership. Our 1-year membership is more like working with us one on one, getting discounts to some of the things that we do, giving you access that other people wouldn't get access to. And it's a 1-year membership and it gets you some discounts to the services that we offer, mainly the accountability. And right now, I'm the running coach. So, as a running coach, I can help you design a running plan that will fit you and help you reach your goals. But if you are a free member, you pay full price. Whereas if you're a 1-year member, you get a reduced price. You also get access to our network of people that we've vetted so that like if you need a professional nutrition dietitian, we can hook you up with who we have in our network that deals with that aspect of your health and fitness journey. Then we have our gold membership. Our gold membership is geared towards Web3. And what that's all about is we have a game connected or building a game that's connected to the gold membership. It's in beta testing. So step by step, we're building that. What and it's a lot cheaper than a 1 year. So this is our gold membership. We will always, for the rest of our existence, we will always put more emphasis on trying to get more for the individuals who sign up for our gold membership. There's a limited members that can be part of that gold membership, 250 of them. It's a lot cheaper than the 1-year program. It's but you get more benefits than would for the 1 year. So what you would get for benefits for the 1 year, you get way more benefits as a gold member, and it's more than half the price of the 1-year membership. So again, that's on our website. You can go check that out. And again, if you're not familiar with NFTs or digital assets, blockchain, cryptocurrency, which again, we're not going to have you deal in cryptocurrency um, at the very beginning. You get to decide when and if you want to jump into that. But we personally don't deal with cryptocurrency uh, with the community. It's more on what we do in the background. But anyways, so yeah, you can. learn about that and get more information on that, just direct message me on any platform that we are on. Let's see, what else do we have going on? Our free fitness and health assessment. I should put this at the very beginning. I think in the future, I'm gonna put this at the very beginning because this is free. Free, free, free. We're not gonna again, we're not gonna bombard your emails or whatever. We do ask for your name, we do ask for your email, but if you go to our website, NFT Athletic Community, and then you put in there, / assessment, or if you go to NFT Athletic Community, go to Start Your Journey Here, go down to the tab that says, assessment, click on that, and you're gonna drop right into the assessment. The page is the assessment. And I apologize that our website isn't pretty, or attractive right now. We are looking to get a developer to, make it pretty, but the content is there. So, we kinda like to keep things simple. We're not gonna, like, have, like, "Oh, go here," and then a pop-up comes up, and then ask for, your name and register and all that stuff. We're not doing that. I mean, there's the option to do that, but when once you go right into you're in the assessment and you just fill out the form, hit submit, and then we'll get that. We'll go through your history, your current situation, and what you want to do in the future, and we will create a personal roadmap for your health and fitness plan, and we will send that to you to the email that you give us. So if you want to create a temporary fake one, go ahead, but that's where we're gonna send your, your plan, and then you get to decide, what you wanna do with the plan. But then, even after that, even after we give you back the plan, we're giving you a 30-minute free phone call to go over the plan with you. And yeah, it's free. Take advantage of it. Or if you know somebody who wants to get started, and most of it is geared to busy people. So, I mean, if you're a busy individual and you want to get started on your health and fitness journey, but you're overwhelmed or it's just too much, you can't do everything that you think you can do, don't worry about it. Take that free health assessment and we will get you on your journey. And it's not as hard as you think. The journey is not that hard. Getting started is not that hard. It doesn't have to be that hard. At the end, you end up challenging yourself like I am challenging myself right now, doing, over once I put everything together, I'll have an over an hour of exercise. That's not how I started. I started bear crawling with 1 minute. I started running with 30 minutes, yes, but it was all walking. I didn't add to running until later. So, it's based on your time. What time do you have? For even the nutrition right now, for me, I'm not where I need to be ideally, which is counting my macros, like weighing my food, counting my macros, being very specific. No, you know what I do in my personal season of life where I'm at right now, what works for me is when I go to make something to eat, I look at the box or the nutrition values, and I quickly look, what is the amount of, um, I look at what how many grams of fats, carbs, and proteins there are. Once I understand how many proteins, fats, and carbs are on that package, and I kind of understand what the, let's say, servings are, then I just take note of that and say, okay, this one has more carbs than proteins. So my next meal, because I'm trying to get more proteins into me, my next meal is going to be more geared towards protein than carbs. And maybe I'm feeling like I'm not getting enough fats, so I may choose foods that are going to be higher in fats and proteins than I will carbs. So I'm just looking at the label and kind of getting a general idea of how much I'm consuming, and I'm just making sure that I'm consuming more proteins than I am carbs. And it seems to be working for me, so I'm going to stick with it. And I don't need to spend the time on weighing my food and trying to figure out exactly how many macros I need. So just goes to show you that, but maybe that's not even where you start. Maybe you don't even start there. Maybe just, you know, understand, cutting out certain foods right now so that you're eating more lean foods, or maybe you're working on getting your taste. I put out a video not too long ago, a short, or a post not too long ago that kind of gave you a little hint of how you can actually change your taste so that you eat more of the foods that you want. It could be that's what you're working on. It could be that simple that you want to add more broccoli to your um, eating habits. Do that. It doesn't have to be that hard, but we're going to map it out for you. We're going to create the whole assessment for you from soup to nuts. There's a couple of things in there that I think you're going to enjoy learning about, because many people don't think about it when they start their journey. And so far, everybody who has participated in doing the self-assessment has been very satisfied, in what the results are, or at least what we are able to provide them, and something that they haven't thought about that really helps them get on their journey. So please, please, please take advantage of that. Again, it's nftathleticcommunity.com/assessment, and it will take you right. I mean, you're boom, you're right there. Boom, fill out the form, hit submit, and we will start working on that for you. It does take a little time, for us to do it. Maybe give us up to a week, because I mean, we're reading it, understanding it, and then creating a personal plan for you. For instance, if you have kids versus planning on having kids, you're going to have a different plan. If you are done having kids, or not, maybe not done having kids, but maybe your kids have grown up and you no longer have them, and supporting them to the point where your whole life revolves around them. Um, day that you're not able to fit in some exercise, we have a different plan for you. I mean, that's just one example. When it comes to the cycles of whoa, nope, that wasn't an earthquake. That was me with my Italian hands um, flipping my computer here. So anyways, yeah, so you can just see that one scenario can change everything, and it will be different for each person. So take advantage of that. Again, one more time, nftathleticcommunity.com/assessment. I've talked a lot today. I'm going to end this here. And hopefully, again, check out our calendar, because that will be updated. We are going to have more people come on, to do some lives, and we're going to have some, yeah, fun doing different things, bringing people in, to talk. So soon, hopefully, I'll have a dietitian here on Facebook and YouTube, and you can ask your questions. But I'm looking forward to bringing on different people, and just talking about whatever it is that you want to talk about with these professionals that will be coming on. So, with that, have a wonderful weekend. I wish you luck on your journey. Please reach out to me if you're watching this on the replay. Send me your goals. I'd love to keep track of them and help be that accountability partner for you. And until next time, have a great weekend.